Pick up another call in the parking lot to sign. Are you with me? When I stand with the roof gone, I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Looking like you get a move on. Like you haul, and I know you like to go slow, but we could go faster. Money the best.
Hey y'all. Good morning. I'm so sorry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon for some. How are you guys doing? Listen, we gotta talk, y'all. Hey, long hair don't care. We gotta talk. I know y'all heard about the young man who heard about the strange fruit activity in Marietta. So this young man is named Kyle Bassinga. He was missing. Yesterday, I believe yesterday, the day before, he was found from a tree in Marietta, Georgia. Yes, strange fruit activity. We're gonna talk about it because it's strange. So let me pull up some more information for y'all, child. This is just crazy. This is crazy. This to have this going, I feel like, and when people say, "Oh, they're not racist," This every time this happens, and this is Black History Month that this is happening. So let me read you what's going on. The family of a man who was reported missing out of Atlanta say he was found in Cobb County Park. Cobb County Police said officers was called to Fair Oaks Park at around 9:46 a.m. after receiving a 911 call about an unalive person in the wooded area of the park on February 18th. Police say witnesses reported seeing him after the wooded area alone on Valentine's Day around 4:28 p.m. Detectives found no evidence indicating that anyone else was involved. I believe that's a lie. There is no signs of foul play. First of all, who is going to put themselves up like that on a tree? That, from what I'm hearing, it was high. So how that happened? Reports had circulated a man from Atlanta who went missing who matched the description of the man found in the park. Okay, it's a 21-year-old from Atlanta. They didn't release his name. 11 Alive reached out to Atlanta Police Department and they confirmed that a man named Kyle Bassinga was reported missing on February 15th. However, neither Cobb County Police nor Atlanta Police will confirm that the man found in the park was Bassinga. The Cobb County Police Department released a statement when asked if they were the same person. Out of respect for the family and the sensitive nature of this incident, we're not releasing the individuals' names. Our focus remains on supporting the family and ensuring the investigation is handled appropriately. But you're saying no foul play. It has to be. 11 Alive Chase Huell spoke to the family of Bassinga and confirmed that he was the man found unalive at the Cobb County Park on Wednesday morning. Since the discovery, people have taken to discussing the man's unaliving online, with many referring to it as racially motivated. Despite police reporting there was no evidence of foul play, the family say they are aware of the growing discussion online regarding Bassinger's passing, but they are more focused on preparations to say goodbye. Right now, online speculation is the last of our worries. We are focused on burying our son, and I'm happy to have found him, the family has said. Cobb County Police say they're still investigating this case, pending the medical examiner's final autopsy. We understand that incidents like this can cause concern with the community. The Cobb County Police Department takes every passing investigation seriously and conducts a thorough review of all available evidence before making any determinations. If any new information emerge, the investigation will be updated. So this man came out first with it. And he came out and he said, listen, it's very strange that this man was hanging, and they said someone was at the park and they found him from the tree. I'm gonna play some of these people's thoughts, and I'm gonna see what else I can dig up a little.
How are we ruling this, given it the ruling that he unalived himself? I'm not understanding.
Right.
If you have not heard, there have been remains found in Marietta, Georgia, right outside Atlanta,
Hey.
from a young man who had been missing, 21-year-old black
Harper.
male.
Hey.
His name is Kyle Bassinga. And there's absolutely no news coverage on it except for what's going around on social media. But his remains were found hanging from a tree. And the Cobb County Police are ruling it as if he did that to himself. I find that very...
Mind you, this is the same Cobb County that talked about the young boy that was found in the mat. It's the same Cobb County. Okay.
Strange that this could happen there. It probably happened because they're too busy following me around and trying to make sure I'm not causing chaos in Marietta and other people who look like me. They're doing that so well that they can't patrol other areas. But pass this around, y'all. The chaos has hit Atlanta. How are we ruling this, given it the rule?
I'm so tired of this world, y'all. This is Kyle Bassinga, 21-year-old Georgia State University college student who was found hanging from a tree in Marietta, Georgia in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2026. And guess what the authorities said? You guessed it. They said he unalived himself. Let me tell you something as a Black person. And first of all, our suicidality rates for Black people are the lowest of any race. I know this because my husband studied suicidality for years. But if we were to unalive ourselves, it would not be via strange fruit. Not going to happen. You know why? Because we're not going to disrespect our ancestors in that way. So I'm going to repeat, a Black person would never strange fruit themselves. It's not going to happen. And what I want to know is why authorities are so quick to say that whenever this happens. Actually, I don't want to know why. I know why. It's because then there's no investigation. And then whatever white boy who was upset because Kyle did better in class or in sport or your girl liked him gets away with it. That's why. So traditional media isn't covering this. We don't give a fuck because we don't watch that shit anyway. And don't be distracted by Andrew getting arrested. Nobody gives a fuck. Ain't shit gonna happen to him. He gonna be in a mysterious car.
She not lying. Yeah, this is sad. Prince Andrew was just released this morning. So a lot of people are like wondering because after what his brother said about him, it make you go, But let's continue.
Next week, y'all already know how the next season of the damn what's the fucking show called? The Crown ends for him. Don't be distracted by none of that shit. Okay, blow this up. Kyle Bassinga, 21-year-old to me baby. Look at that beautiful baby's face. Whole life ahead of him. That's what we need to be fucking talking about. Fuck these white ass PDFers. They've been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years. Let's put pressure on Marietta and law enforcement to actually investigate this. I'm so tired of this world, y'all.
That is Buffy that was on Married to Medicine. She looked good, I know.
Kyle Bassinga did not hang himself. And for the life of me, I can't see why they keep saying these things are self-inflicted. Why do they keep saying these things are suicides? If you're not from the South, let me tell you about the South. The South is still very much racist, very racist. And we live in a slave system. It might not be slavery, but it's a slave system. A lot of our police officers, KKK members, a lot of our judges, doctors, lawyers are racist. They are undercover KKK members. Even at work, the South is still very much segregated. Like the whites hang with the whites, the blacks hang with the blacks. I mean, we rarely even communicate at work with each other. And if you do, other people still look at you funny, like, what they doing? Like, it's abnormal to them. It's not normal to see white people talking to black people that much. Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, still very much racist. Still very much racist. And I don't think people will ever get it unless they actually live in these places, man. Rest in peace to Kyle Bassinga, man. He didn't do that to himself, bro. And I feel like only the people from the South really know. You get what I'm saying? He didn't do that to himself, man. Somebody from them backwoods did that, man. And during Black History Month, yeah. Kyle Bassinga did not hang himself. And for the life of me, I can't see why they keep saying these things are self-inflicted. Why do they keep saying these things are suicide?
That's true. This is the second time, like the second or third time. If y'all remember, one of the boys, not too long ago last year, one of the guys went to school and he was found from the school, all white school. And he was found like that. So yeah, he's not lying. Like, this is, this is a thing because I want to say this. Yeah, the truck driver too. Yep. If y'all notice, every time, like, and he be so racist with it, he gears them up to be racist and think stuff like this is okay. And then you have these black people, he's not if you pay attention to every time this man is in this chair, how racist they get. Pay attention to it. Look it up. He is the push for racism.
So a black man was found hanging from a tree near Georgia yesterday. And the Cobb County police have ruled it a suicide because they have no evidence, they say, that suggests that any foul play. A lot of people are open arms about this because of how quickly they were to rule this a suicide, particularly with the autopsy report still open-ended because it doesn't look like they did a thorough investigation. And it just doesn't sit well with a lot of people, particularly when you think about the history of lynching and black men in the South. Let's look at what people are saying. People find it hard to believe that a black man committed suicide first. And saying that argument is a stretch is an understatement. Because we as a people, black men included, are not exempt from mental health issues that exclude from depression or suicide. It's not hard to believe that a black person committed suicide. What is harder for me to believe, what is harder for a lot of people to accept, is the manner in which it happened. They want us to believe that this black man hung himself, first of all, and on top of that, hung himself on a tree. I don't have the stats to support what numbers that is, but that's just hard for me to wrap my head around. I think that's what a lot of people are having no issue with. And for that, and for no other reason, particularly with the history of lynching and black men in the South, I think Cobb County needs to do a more thorough investigation. Look, and I'm not saying it's foul play. I have no way of knowing that. But I understand why there's a general distrust of how quickly they came to that conclusion that it was a suicide. I do believe that it would help if we had body cam footage, results of the autopsy, just a more thorough investigation as to what the hell happened. I don't know. What do you guys think? So a black man was found hanging from a tree near Georgia yesterday. And the Cobb County police have ruled it a suicide because they have no evidence.
It's like, it's always a push. It comes to where they uncomfortable. It makes them comfortable to do a lot of the stuff they doing because this man is sitting there pushing for it. Yay, you should do it. The underlying toning, all of that stuff. And that's why I say I don't understand how people can sit with the underlying tone and not look at what's going on. I don't get it. There is no way that he just is found like that and they don't do an investigation on it. There is no way. Like, you have a plethora of missing black girls. It's crazy. It makes no sense. There are people that live out there that say it was, but this is the man that first reported seeing this. Hold on, let me show you his video. He came out first. This
Right now, there's a lot of chatter going on and a lot of speculation going.
He stays out that way. Him, and it was a couple of other people, mixed race, black and white, and it was like, what's going on? They saw the fire trucks, the ambulance.
Going on online right now about a 21-year-old who
Yes.
was found dead in Fair Oaks Park in Cobb County, and I have some information you're going to want to hear. The family of Kyle Bassinga, who was missing, confirmed to me that it was him who was found dead in Fair Oaks Park in Cobb County on February 18th. Now, right now, police are saying that no foul play is suspected, and I asked his dad whether or not he believes that to be true. And right now, he says his focus is not on online speculation and that it's to bury his son and that they are happy they found him. Right now, there's a lot of chatter going on and a lot of speculation going on online right now about a 21-year-old who was found dead in Fair.
All right. So I'm finna go to Facebook. It's this man, not this man, I'm sorry. Kyle looked like he liked to go hiking. He liked to hike. Around that area is hiking, and I think it take you to like a creek if this the same place I'm talking about. But he liked to go to walk the trail, go hike through the trail. That was his thing. So it says, well, you see, it was ruled as yeah. This is crazy, y'all. Self-acceptance is a daily journey. It is a fool's errand to expect the world to accept you when you haven't accepted yourself. The fact that a man is the man who conquered himself is the only man who can think to even being taken on the world. Self-acceptance is the act of worship. So this is his page. $21. $21. 21 years old. I think he was a military. I think his dad is in the service. And I want people to stop saying that black people hang themselves. I think we have the understanding that is not true. And every time we hear it, we like, it's a lot of people. I just feel like, just like, what is her name? She was in a girl group and they tried to rule. I still don't feel like she did that. Let me play this from Deontay Kyle. Yeah, this is horrible. Everybody always second guess when they
Black
hear
people
it.
don't lynch themselves. Black people do not hang themselves. Okay, it's just not going to happen, especially not in public. Oftentimes, if you're in a small town and a black man or a black woman is lynched, and they say there's no signs of foul play, the coroner and the sheriff are working together to hide what's going on in that small town, because the coroner and the sheriff are likely Klans members. Just is what it is.
Just like they did with Trey Reed. Let's go to him.
I know half of y'all don't care, and I know half of you guys will not even repost this, but this is serious, and we need to demand justice. Let's talk about Trey Reed, because his story cannot and will not get swept under the rug. 21-year-old Trey Reed, a black student at Delta State University, was found hanging from a tree on campus early Monday morning. He was discovered near pickleball courts around 7 a.m., and the university canceled classes and even their centennial celebration because of the shock. But like always, the police always say they don't suspect foul play. But let's be real. When a young black man is found hanging from a tree in Mississippi, you do not just brush that off. You investigate every inch of that scene, because our history in this country makes it impossible to just ignore it. On social media, people are demanding answers. Some are claiming Trey Reed had injuries like a broken arm and bruises, raising even more suspicion. The family asked the public to not share any graphic images, but they also want transparency, and they deserve the truth.
She's telling the truth. And I'm going to say this. Through history, this is why I want y'all to pay, and this is why I keep telling y'all, pay attention when they take out Black history in these schools. That is a red flag to me. That is a red flag, and I'm going to tell you why. The history of this strange fruit activity has been going on for years. I'm going to say it again. The history of the strange fruit activity has been going on for years. I know a lot of y'all are starting to see people post and talk about and show the graphic pictures and the graphic stuff of being strange fruit and what they used to do, because they're trying to mask and hide it. I want to tell y'all something. Another thing, I read them files and I saw how they trying to put blacks with, I'm going to name it for you, consuming pathogens in babies. Let me explain something to you. There is nowhere in history to show that we do that. There is nowhere in history to show that we do that. If that is done, we won't sacrifice human beings. That's not what we do. So shout out to Buffy from not Loving Marriage, Married to Medicine, when she said that that's not what, she's right. We don't do that. That's not, history has shown we don't do that. We are not consumed by that. We never done that with humans. They do. We don't. So I want to tell y'all, hearing that is not true. They know to sit here and play with y'all because they know y'all won't go research and look up your own history. So throwing Black people in there would make it great to not pay attention to what's really going on. Another thing, we don't know. I'm sorry. There's a lot. No. History has shown, we have seen the history of them, and reading and things of that. And that's why I encourage people to look up Nat Turner, and teach, because when you read how they did him, even, oh my God, how did the name forget, an African leader who the only thing his family got was a tooth because they ate that man too. Pay attention. All of that, they not racist. It's just that don't know. I'm sorry. I have to be honest. I'm sorry. The history of that, look at it, to the ones that go look it up. Go look how graphic it was. Do your research. I do want to talk about Savannah being grifting, but I'm not going to talk about it on this one. But I am going to make another one on Savannah and her grifting, because I do want to I have something to say about that. Let me give myself 5 minutes. I gotta make a phone call real quick. But I am gonna cover this, y'all. Don't forget. They're still doing stuff on Trey Reed. We haven't heard anything at all, but we know that they are,
but in this
actively working on that as well.
country, Black folks don't get the benefit of transparency. We get the headlines, the confusion, the closed doors. So as much as I don't want to jump to conclusions, I do have to ask questions, right? Trey Reed was a college student at Delta State University. On September 15th, his body was found hanging from a tree near the pickleball courts on campus. Not in his dorm, not off campus, on school grounds, in public view. Now, when I hear a Black man found hanging from a tree in Mississippi, I flinch, because that's not just history, that is memory. And historically, those cases have been swept under the rug too many times. Officials say that there were no signs of broken bones, no bruising, no struggle. That's what the coroner reported. They also say no foul play is suspected, but his family says they were told something different at first, that he died in his dorm. That detail changed later, and now they've hired Ben Crump, as they should, because they want a full investigation, an independent autopsy, and the release of campus surveillance footage. So let's be honest, because it's not paranoia to ask for clarity when the story keeps shifting. So I also have to wonder something else, right? After CK was killed, multiple HBCUs received threats. Law enforcement brushed some of them and call it a suicide. But in this country, Black folks don't get the benefit of transparency. We get the headlines, the confusion, the closed doors. So as much as I don't want to jump to conclusions, I do have to ask questions, right? Trey Reed was a college student at Delta State University. On September 15th, his body was found hanging from a tree near the pickleball courts on campus. Not in his dorm, not off campus, on school grounds, in public view. Now, when I hear a Black man found hanging from a tree in Mississippi, I flinch because that's not just history, that is memory. And historically, those cases have been swept under the rug too many times. Officials say that there were no signs of broken bones, no bruising, no struggle. That's what the coroner reported. They also say no foul play is suspected, but his family says they were told something different at first, that he died in his dorm.
All right, you guys, I am going to end it here. It's not much because it's still an active investigation, but I will be back. Yes, yes, I will be back. I do want to talk about Savannah grifting and where it came from. I also want to talk about how Savannah, and I've been holding it, Savannah Chrisley has been a mean girl to her grandmother, her family members. Savannah, but we're going to talk about it, and how she grifted. And it's weird because I'm starting to look at her a little different. And I also want to explain to y'all that Todd told Savannah not to keep doing that, and she decided to. We're going to talk about that. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm finna see what all I can dig up and what all is going to come out, and we're going to talk about it. Like I said, it's been a lot of that. And I feel like we have to be careful because it's a bare arm. It's like, I've said it before and I said it ever since this man has set his tail down, it's given the word go of being racist. And how can I say it? In a night, I mean, I don't want to be nice, but I want to be honest. It's like looking at an abuser, right? Taunt their victim. So it's like, y'all know how you see a person keep poking and terrorizing. That's what it's given. That's why I'm not shocked that he is in them fight. I'm not shocked at all. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked because his behavior with how he does other people in this country tells you that. And if you don't sit with him and let him use you as a tap dancer or anything, he goes against you. He's always had a problem with Black women standing their ground. He don't believe in women at all should have a voice, even Black women. So I'll be back later with that. I am going to do some more other mommy content tonight, but I am going to talk about how I'll be back in a few. We got to get my thumbnail together. I'll be back in like 12:30 or 1. And we're going to talk about how she has grifted and how it's kind of giving a side eye to me with her attitude and how she vouched for him. Because it makes me go, huh? When I see women stand beside him and you look at the history of who they deal with, and it's like, even the men. Yeah, 50 Cent and Snoop and all of them. And then we heard about what it's like, who do you need protection from? Do you need protection for covering yourself? Or is you trying to act like you running it? Because after I did my research on the people in the administration and who he picked and stuff, most of them have some cases. So I'm not surprised. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They've had lawsuits and yes. 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 Oh, yes. I say, oh. And it's all just Google is free in research. Google is free in research. Baby, when I tell you, you look up the names and their past history of stuff and Erica Kurt. Yeah. Oh yes. Candace ain't lying. Candace ain't lying. A lot of people starting to research on that, and we're gonna talk about it today. So it makes me kind of think and go, you know. side-eye a bit. All right, y'all, I want to thank you for watching. I will keep y'all updated. I haven't heard anything else about baby Genesis, but when I do, I will come back. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.